Almost 19 years after the war in Chechnya, reports of hundreds of veteran Chechen fighters have emerged who are now battling on both sides of the conflict in East Ukraine. These men are part of a Ukrainian volunteer battalion defending the front line near the village of Shirokina, about 10 kilometers east of the Ukrainian-held port city of Mariupol. The men form a Chechen battalion named after Shah Mansour, a ruler of ancient Iran. They don't wear any bulletproof gear. The fighters say that according to Muslim beliefs, every man's fate is already written in the heavens.
Вот и ответ на бронежилеты, на каски. У нас вот такой ответ. Так как если предписанный срок приходит, то все.
Ukrainian volunteer battalion fighters and Russian-backed insurgents have been locked in fierce battle over an area near a school in Shirokina. Our correspondent embedded with the Chechen fighters said everything that they own and what they drive was purchased with their own money. Their weapons were given to them by their countrymen. They crossed many different borders to get there. The most difficult border to cross was into Ukraine. But they've been breaking stereotypes as well as borders to fight for Ukraine because they see our war as a continuation of theirs. Chechen rebels fought and lost 2 wars for independence against Russia. As a result, some Chechen fighters switched sides and joined the ranks of pro-Kremlin president of Chechnya, Ramzan Kadyrov. The 37-year-old strongman has been credited by Russian President Vladimir Putin for bringing stability to the volatile region, but critics say he has accomplished this through massive human rights violations. Now, some of the remaining veteran Chechen fighters who still believe in their nation's independence and don't agree with Kadyrov's policies say they're continuing their struggle alongside Ukrainians against a common foe.
Сломать им шею, это уже возможно, это здесь. Больше нигде, ни в Беларуси, ни в Казахстане, ни в Азербайджане, ни в Грузии.
They're driven by a strong belief that if Russian fighters are defeated in Ukraine, Chechnya will escape from the Kremlin sphere of influence as well.
Если их победить здесь, мы надеемся, Чечня будет независимой, и поэтому мы находимся здесь.
Some of the other fighters are young men who say they haven't seen much of the world except war.
Там у нас уже веками люди уже впитаны в эту войну и знают каждый человек от малого до большого, кто такой вообще русский оккупант и вообще какое зло он собой несет.
Ukrainian volunteer battalions have been locked in fierce fighting against Russian-backed insurgents near Mariupol for weeks, but it seems that ammunition and arms are hard to come by. Most of the men are now using World War II-era weapons. This is why the Chechen fighters are teaching Ukrainian troops how to make weapons.
Гранаты чеченского произведения. Они легкие и компактные, и мощнее, чем F1, там, РГД и другие. Он делается из ВОК-17, из АГСного снаряда. Там отпиливаешь лишние, там, взрывоопасные вещи убираешь, и туда скручиваешь тот же самый запал, что и от РГД и ФД.
The Chechen fighters' commander also says that many more fighters from the Caucasus region want to come to Ukraine to fight for what they say is their common freedom. He says Moscow is using the same methods in Ukraine as it did more than a decade ago in Chechnya.
Солдаты, они как рабы, они плакали, они были голодны, но они этой массой, вот так шли, сзади ихние спецслужбы, вот они потихоньку их толкают, они шли. И здесь то же самое.
It's still unclear how many Chechens loyal to pro-Kremlin leader Kadyrov are fighting alongside the Russian-backed insurgents and how many are fighting against them. But it seems that for both sides, backing down is not an option. Kadyrov once said, if a Chechen takes up arms, he doesn't surrender.